Okay, so now we are going to start a mock interview for Siddharthi, and this mock is for NLC. So Siddharth, first of all, you tell us about yourself.
Sir, my name is Siddharth Singh. I belong to the state of Haryana. I was born and brought up in Nagpur, as my father was a government employee with Coal India Limited. I have done my graduation in BBA from Symbiosis University. After that, I have done my MBA in HR from Sunrise University. After my post-graduation, I got the opportunity to work with the Sikal Logistic Limited in the HR department. After gaining experience for 1 year, I've done preparation for the civil services. In my free time,
आपने कब complete किया? When to complete your graduation and MBA?
सर ग्रेजुएशन 2013 में और MBA 2015 में.
Okay. So civil services के लिए prepare कहाँ पे किया? नागपुर?
नहीं सर, दिल्ली.
Delhi. Okay. So for how many years you prepared for that?
Sir, 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years. So how many attempts you appeared?
4 attempts.
Okay. So did you qualify any stage?
Yes, sir. One time I have appeared for the civil services interview, and 2 times I have written mains.
Okay. So if you did not qualify the final, you did not get final selection.
Yes, sir.
So did you appear for state services?
No, sir. Only once I have appeared in the state services for the Haryana civil services.
Okay. So why not other time?
Sir, because when the time when I appeared for the Haryana civil services, that exam went into the court case. Some paper leak and corruption charges were against the board.
Okay.
And the same thing happened with the Bihar civil services also. Not during my time, but 1 year prior to that.
Okay. So now, now suppose you get opportunity in some state service job, like in HPSC there is some fair recruitment, or in UPPSC. So what will you do?
Sir, now I am moving towards my plan B option. When I have quitted my Sika Logistic Limited job and started preparation for civil service, I was very clear in my mind that I will give 2 to 3 years or 4 years for my preparation. Then I will switch to the PSU sector. Plan B, the PSU is my plan B, sir.
Plan B, not A.
No, actually, my plan A was for the civil services, sir.
So what do you think? Why did not you get finally selected? If you appeared for interview also,
yes,
so
sir.
What reason do you think?
Sir, there are 2 reasons which I consider, sir. Definitely there may be some lack in strategy or preparation which I must have lacked, and the other factor is the luck and destiny factor, in which I believe that there has destiny and luck has to play a little bit of role. Let it say 2 to 3%, but these are the only 2 factors which I consider, sir.
Okay, so maybe you got demotivated also that time. So how did you overcome?
Sorry, sir.
ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आपको बहुत ज्यादा डिमोटिवेशन हुआ हो आफ्टर द रिजल्ट.
जी.
So how did you overcome?
सर, फैमिली मेंबर से बात करके, अपनी मदर से बात करके, अपने ग्रैंडफादर से बात करके, उन्होंने काफी उस टाइम उस डार्क फेज से निकलने में थोड़ा मोटिवेट किया, बिकॉज आई हैव गिवन 4 to 5 years of my life for this exam.
Okay, so now how do you think about your decision of going for preparation and quitting the job? So do you feel any regret for that?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. Because from after completing my post graduation, I was very clear in my head कि I'll go for this civil services exam. I'll prepare for 2 to 3 years. and I'll see up to which level I can go, and
So
what is my
you
level
told-
basically. I want to check.
Okay, you told that your father is worked with Coal India Limited.
Yes, sir.
So what was his post there?
Sir, he was general manager in mining department.
GM Mining, and location?
Sir, Odisha, Talcher.
Okay, only Odisha.
No, sir. First, during early phase of his working career, he was in Nagpur, where I was born.
So is there any coal mine in Nagpur itself or nearby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is a Western Coalfield Limited, a subsidiary of Coal India Limited.
Okay.
And after that, in 2012, he got transferred to Odisha, that MCL, Mahanadi Coalfield Limited, sir.
Okay. So now tell me, how many different grades are there in coal?
There are 4 types of coal, sir.
Okay, tell us.
Anthracite, bituminous, lignite, and peat.
Okay, so NLC is involved in production of what?
Sir, he's in NLC is into the energy sector, sir.
Okay.
And energy sector by coal production, coal-based energy, thermal-based energy, and
So
the renewable sector energy.
what is the full form of NLC?
New Valley Lignite Corporation, sir.
So why we use lignite in this?
Sir, the Coal India Limited, because when the auctions has been done, sir, earlier times in 1950s and 60s, when the auction has been done, the bituminous coal has been taken by the Coal India. Rights for the exploring bituminous coal has been taken by the Coal India, whereas the lignite quality of coal has been taken by the NLC.
Okay. So you have some experience in logistics sector, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you tell me what is consignment inventory?
Consignment inventory.
Yes.
The data which we have to manage the things that logistic truck is carrying, the quantity, the information about those things which the particular transport vehicle is carrying.
Okay. And what is cross docking?
Sorry, sir. No idea, sir.
No idea. So you did not go through these terms while working with that organization, or you forget all the things?
No, sir. I was with the HR department, sir, in logistic firm.
So what are the responsibilities of HR?
Sir, the responsibility of HR in any firm more likely is same. That is recruiting the right candidate for the right job and placing it in the recruiting the right candidate for a particular job and placing it in the right position so that the organization goals can be achieved.
During your job with that organization, how
Yes,
many total people during the entire tenure of your work you recruited?
Yes, sir. Sir, 4.
Only 4 people.
For recruitments are actually in the initial days there was a rotation policy because each 10 days I have to work with a different department. I have worked with the recruitment department for say about 20 to 25 days.
Okay. So what other work you have done there other than recruiting people?
Sir, as I have told that I have done with the I have worked with the recruitment department. Then I have done with the document verification and background reference check of those candidates which got selected into the organization.
Okay.
And then, sir, there is some legal case which has been given to me along with the operations department that you have to do this particular. You have to handle this case.
So, what is the need of HR department in NLC, according to you? Because recruitment process here is different from private companies.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here.
Sir, here HR department. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, here HR department in any PSU, in any government PSU, HR department will play a key role, because the HR department will act as a middleman for the management and the workers, the laborers. Point number one. And then here the HR department has to act as a has to deal with the trade unions also, sir, so as to check whether the various labor laws and various acts has been implicated or not properly.
So are you aware about all the labor laws?
Yes, sir. With the best of my knowledge, I am aware, sir.
So during last 3 years, we have made many changes in labor laws.
Yes, sir.
And many people say that these are in favor of the industries.
Yes, sir.
Not people friendly, workers friendly. So how do you see those things?
Sir, these new things or the technology based changes has been made. The amount has been revised. The penalties has been revised. That is the one of the main reason they are saying that it is employer friendly rather than employee friendly, because the penalties for the employees also has been increased.
So what penalty? What kind of penalty?
Suppose, sir, suppose in the ESIC, if any industry, if any particular industry ESIC Act is not applicable, then the fault of the part, according to the fault of the party, the penalty will be imposed. If the employer is on the faulty side, then the employer will be penalized, and or in other cases, the other party, the employee, will be penalized.
Okay. Okay, Subhya ma'am, you can ask some questions.
Okay. Yeah, Siddhant, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Siddhant, so how are you doing? All good?
Good, ma'am. Good.
Okay, just introduce yourself because I want to know about something about you.
Ma'am, my name is Siddharth Singh. I belong to the state of Haryana. I was born and brought up in Nagpur because my father was a government employee with Coal India Limited. I have done my BBA. I have done my graduation in BBA. Later, I have done my MBA in HR from Sunrise University. After completing my MBA, I got the opportunity to work with the SICAL Logistic Limited, where I worked with the HR department for 1 year. After that, I have prepared for civil services, but unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the final list. Ma'am, in my free time, I love to watch cricket and play cricket as well as talk to my friends and family.
Okay, right. So Siddhant, can you just tell me how you shifted from all the UPSC to this area?
Ma'am, I have given 4 to 5 attempts, ma'am, for this UPSC civil services, but unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the final list. So my plan B is PSU sector only, because I have seen my father working with the Coal India Limited.
So why PSUs? If I say why particularly PSUs you are preferring?
Because, ma'am, I've seen the life of and the salaries and all the facilities that PSU provide, because my father was working with the PSU.
That's right. But you do think that if you are coming and you're telling me salaries and all that structure is very good, the passion is more important or the salary structure is more important?
Ma'am, the passion is more important, because the combination of both, according to me, is both for any employee to attract any particular job. The combination has to be, it has to be in combination.
But many of the candidates do come and say me that, ma'am, salary structure, work-life balance, and the kind of facilities the PSUs provide. That is why we want to go for this sector. So is this justified?
Ma'am, to a certain point, yes. To a certain point, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, not 100%. It is not only the reason. There are other reasons also.
If it was not the particular first reason, you would not have mentioned at the first point. That can be the reason. Okay, we always mention it according to the priorities and all that. Though whatever we feel for the first time, that yeah, I've seen my father. There are many. It's not you only. I've seen many persons who are actually speaking.
Because I've grown up there, so it's my personal liking. That's what I think.
Okay, so Siddhant, if you have to define your personality in one word, what will be that word?
Optimistic.
Why you feel that? Why? Because any situation where you have been an optimistic personality?
After failing in civil services exam, after giving 4 attempts, I have rebuilt again myself and started preparing for competitive exams in the PSU sector.
So why
In the hope,
in the
hope.
6 attempts? Why not all the 6 attempts?
Sorry, ma'am.
Why not all the 6 attempts?
Ma'am, because now I have to help my family in the financial terms also, and there is a certain age limit and age criteria for the other jobs which I am missing right now because of just civil services.
Okay, right. So Siddhant, what are your hobbies?
Ma'am, I like to play and watch cricket as well as talk with my friends and family members.
Okay, what do you like about cricket?
Cricket matches, in Indian cricket matches, ma'am.
Why? Like if I say certain sport, what is something that attracts you towards cricket and not towards hockey, not towards any other sport?
Ma'am, in cricket, because in India, since my childhood, I have grown up watching cricket only, and since childhood, I have a personal liking towards cricket only, ma'am. I enjoyed myself playing cricket only, ma'am.
You don't have a valid reason. Okay. So Siddhant, if I have to choose you, what are 3 traits you will bring for this organization which other person might lack?
Okay. I'm not able to recall it right now.
It's not recalling that. You don't think that you're perfect to be here in this organization?
No, not like that, ma'am. But the 3 things which make me different from the other person is one will be definitely my that optimistic characteristic which I have mentioned earlier, and the certain shift towards the technology, because government sector and PSU sector may be lacking their bent towards technology, ma'am. Development in the technology. There are various ways in which HR can use technology for the betterment of the employee as well as for the organization.
So then what is your mission and vision in life?
My mission is to get selected in this job, and my vision is to be a successful employer, so that I can be a fruitful asset for this organization.
And what are your strength and weakness?
My strength, ma'am, is I'm a quick learner. I have a flexible nature, and my weakness is sometimes I procrastinate, and I have to also need to work on my emotional intelligence also.
So how you're trying to overcome it out?
My weakness. Procrastination, I'm trying to be more disciplined, trying to complete the work within the time given. So I'm trying to improve.
HR has this problem. So how he?
No, ma'am, not procrastinating it to the large extent, ma'am, but small procrastination of the work.
Okay. Let me end with the one question. Like suppose you have 2 of the employees, they're fighting with each other, right? So how would you try to balance out that the impact of the organization does not get affected?
Ma'am, I missed the first line.
Suppose 2 of the employees of your organization, they might be subordinates of you or something. They had a fight between them, right? So that is actually impacting the discipline and the work area over your organization and the organization. How would you help out to solve those problems?
I mean, in this case, the most important thing which I can do is act as a conciliator for both the party. Just listen to both the parties and try to come to the situation or come to the point which will be beneficial for both of them. Not beneficial, 100% beneficial to each party, but their resentment or their or we can say their distress can be reduced.
Okay, right. See, Siddhant, there are some shortcomings in your way of addressing in the interview. First is your introduction is very lengthy, right? You need to shorten it out. You need to make facts about you. Not about mentioning your family, my father does this, my mother does this. There's nothing needed about it, right? My elementary education was like that and all. So even I have made a video on what are the things you need only to mention in your introduction part, right?
मैम मेरी सर से बात हुई थी विजेंद्र सर से तो उन्होंने कहा था शुभ्रा मैम से इतना पूछना कि ये जो इंट्रोडक्शन है इसको हॉबीज पे ना एंड करके कहाँ एंड करना है
Where you want to get the discussion in?
मैम
Because what is the problem in you, Siddhant, is first you give very lengthy answers. Second, you're very transparent. You know, in your interview, you cannot be very transparent. Like, मम्मी पापा जॉब करते हैं वहां पे, तो that is why I feel like कि ठीक है, बहुत facilities हैं, बहुत ऐसे हैं.
मैम वो एक रीजन था.
But see, I am interacting you for the first time, right? I am giving you the chance to speak. There is a panel. Every person has got a number to judge you. Do you think that the first timer they will come, they actually screw you up if you say work-life balance? They say, we have a work-life balance, we do work a lot, right? So that is a kind of key salary structure. So are you there for the salaries only, right? So what is the first thing you tell? First thing should be, ma'am, I'm very dedicated, and you can say, I'm passionate. I've seen my father working really hard. The diverse culture, the diversity he has into. That thing has attracted me. Or you say as the ma'am facilities बहुत अच्छी थी.
मैम वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस को हम जस्टिफाई इस चीज से नहीं कर सकते कि वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस तो मैम है ही वहां पे.
Don't mention the work-life balance. That is always a contradiction. You don't need to mention. You have to leave your space. You can be anywhere in the part of India, right? So they actually say some might be living apart from their families, right? So they would question out where is the work-life balance, and that has actually happened in the PSU HPCL interview right now. Okay, so never say the words which have a contradiction. I always say no to those words, right?
Okay.
And second is, try to figure out like a very passionate fellow towards your work profile, not towards that the facilities and these things. They are the back step. Leave it at that point, right? So that is a negative factor. Then is when you're trying to explain something, like I told you, what are the 3 qualities? First, you took time, also 10 seconds, almost you took more than that, right? If you have to take more times, just say, ma'am, can you excuse me for a short time, like 10 seconds and all? Can I take my time? There's always a way of addressing to the other person, okay? So it's a panel. Then as, ma'am, I think the 3 qualities, first is I'm a trustworthy person. You can see, organization में 3 चीजें बहुत important. PSUs में flexible होना, adaptable होना पहला point है. कहीं पे भी adapt हो, so कहीं पे भी flexible हो जाने के लिए, ठीक है? Second point क्या होता है, मैम मैं 100% trustworthy हूँ, ठीक है? और third is I'm very passionate and dedicated. ये 3 qualities अगर है ना, या आप learner बहुत अच्छे हो, मैं रोज कुछ नया सीखता हूँ, मैं रोज कुछ सीखना चाहता हूँ. If these 3 qualities are there in any organization, if you say मैम मैं adapt हो जाऊंगा, मैं रोज सीखूंगा, मैं 100% दूंगा, मुझे बता दो कि कोई और चीज चाहिए आपको. You don't need anything else to be a part of any organization, right? तो ये चीज, अगर कोई मैम लड़ रहा है तो मैं ना ऐसे करूंगा. First is, if there is a fight, some case study given to you, ma'am, I would listen both the points, right? दोनों की sides लूंगा. Even I can take a person with me who takes a bias, we will neutral side हम लेंगे. Then whosoever is at fault or something that is a fault, अगर वो informal fight है तो मैं बाहर जाके उसको solve करवाने की कोशिश करूंगा, ताकि ऑफिस के rules and regulations, standard operating procedures खराब ना हो. If it's in the office, if it is related to some work profile something, I will follow all the like standard operating procedures of the office. So that is the way you should speak. See, there are many things you lack if you listen to it.
एक क्वेश्चन आपने पूछा था को आने से क्या फायदा होगा, शायद ऐसा एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था आपने, मैं भूल गया अब.
So it can be, ma'am, I'm a very creative fellow. First is I'll try to make everyone in a disciplined format, right? खुद ही बता रहे हो भाई कि अगर weakness में वो weakness बताओ जो आपको negative ना करे. You can say, ma'am, I am very straightforward. ठीक है? I'm very straightforward.
ये तो अच्छी चीज है मैम.
I'm very straightforward person. Sometimes those वो weakness नहीं है ना. That is a kind of a double thing we speak. Ma'am, I'm a very straightforward person. पर किसी time किसी को बुरी लग जाती है बात, तो वो तो मेरे लिए एक weakness है कि मैं तो सच बोल देता हूँ. सेकंड इज, मैम मैं किसी के काम को ना नहीं कर सकता. ये ना मेरे लिए वीकनेस है मैम कि मैं ना नहीं कर पाता हूँ किसी को. दूसरा मेरा फायदा उठा के चला जाता है, तो एक ये भी वीकनेस आ जाती है. ऐसी वीकनेस बताते हैं जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को फायदा दे. हमें क्या बोलना है? You just have to speak certain things. Ma'am, I think I'm a big foodie or something. I never say no to food. That is my weakness. Ma'am, I always wanted to go to gym, but never since that day has never come. That is my weakness. So this weakness लगता है कि कोई impact पड़ेगा HR में. मैं ये बोल दूं कि मैम मैं टाइम इशू है, मैं पंचुअल नहीं हूँ भाई.
मैम प्रोग्रेस. अच्छा ठीक है मैम, ओके मैम. एनएलसी को क्या फायदा होगा, ये जो वाला पार्ट था उसका क्या जवाब देना है? मैंने तो टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन के लिए कहा था, क्योंकि पीएसयू सेक्टर ट्रेडिशनल मेथड से चल रहा है।
That can be one. आप एक अपना बता दो कि मैम आई एम अ क्रिएटिव, माय एम्प्लॉयज विल बी ऑल सैटिस्फाइड, आई विल ट्राई टू डिसिप्लिनरी में करने की कोशिश करूंगा। टेक्नोलॉजी
मैंने अपने लास्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ये किया था, ऐप यूजेज बढ़ाया था नीचे सुपरवाइजरी और ड्राइवर लेवल पे।
रेफर इट आउट, इट्स गुड। टेक्नोलॉजी हेल्प करूंगा, बाकी स्टाफ को लाइक आई इवन मेक सम लाइक काइंड ऑफ इनोवेशंस वेयर एवरी स्टाफ इज हैप्पी, और मैं कोई हैप्पी डेज लेकर आऊंगा। कुछ माइंड में सोचो कि क्या कर सकता हूँ। कुछ ना मिले तो मैम मैं बहुत जेन्युइनली अपना काम करूंगा, मेरे काम से किसी को प्रॉब्लम ना आए, आई विल रिस्पेक्ट एवरीवन, दैट वुड बी देयर। तो इफ यू डू नॉट हैव गुड आंसर्स, गो फॉर अ न्यूट्रल आंसर्स, ठीक है। देयर आर मेनी इंप्रूवमेंट्स व्हिच आर नीडेड, इट्स नॉट अबाउट लाइक क्रिटिसाइजिंग यू, बट इवन यू विल फील सो कि आफ्टर दिस कि हाँ मैंने ये पॉइंट्स और अच्छे बोल सकता हूँ मैं, and you have the caliber to speak, right? It is always why we are out in the interview. We are out in the interview because we're not prepared how to answer it out. That is needed. Okay? किस तरह से अपनी personality को present कर. You are intelligent, that is why you get selected. But interview is not about intelligence. It's not about being fake also. It's about being true also, being diplomat. The way I told you, straightforward हो, पर straightforward अच्छा भी है, बुरा भी है. हमारे लिए neutral है. ठीक है? अपनी खामियां नहीं बतानी है, और passion दिखाओ, और introduction को छोटा करो. Listen to the points. बहुत लंबी है, unnecessarily points है. Try to present your
मैम इसमें क्या बस अपना एजुकेशनल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ही बोलूं इंट्रो में?
वो एक बार देख लेना, उसमें 10 पॉइंट्स
देखना मैम, मैंने देखा।
हाँ, उसमें 10 पॉइंट्स मैंने मेंशन किए, सीक्वेंस मेंशन की है। अगर आपको लगता है ना मेरी लंबी जा रही है, सिटी हटा दो, सिटी क्या करनी है?
तो मैम इसको मैं ये हटा दूंगा, लेकिन इसको खत्म कहाँ पे करूं, मुझे ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है। अब सर बोल रहे हैं हॉबीज पे खत्म मत करो
खत्म। किस पे? मैं वही कह रही हूँ, डिस्कशन किस पे जाते हो?
मेरा तो लेबर एक्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग पार्ट है, अगर वो क्वेश्चंस वहां से पुट ऑन कर दे तो, या फिर
interest, just end it out, my area of interest, or I have a great expertise, I have a great skill set in this domain. That's it. Apart from all these, my academics and professional life, apart from all the academics and all, I have a deep interest in labor acts, or I have deep interest in this area, and I'm very passionate to work in this department, or I'm very passionate to study about it. That's it. Area of interest, आप उसको बोल सकते हो, फेवरेट डोमेन बोल सकते हो, आपका फेवरेट एस्पेक्ट्स बोल सकते हो, कीन इंटरेस्ट बोल सकते हो, ये सारी चीजें आ जाती हैं. Go for the words. It's a play of words you have to speak.
ओके मैम, और इंटरव्यू की लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश में चलेगी क्योंकि इंटरव्यू चेन्नई में है.
Up to, if the panel is like they are not able to understand Hindi, go for the English. It can be if they are bilingual, go for the bilingual. Up to you. See, I speak more of the English because I feel confident in that, right? I speak more of English or Punjabi. That is my domain. I don't speak much in Hindi or something. So wherever you are able to express your feelings good, go for that domain. That's very simple. Right? Okay, chalo, all the very best and prepare well. Now Tyagi sir will give you the feedback. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
ओके सिद्धार्थ.
यस सर.
एक तो ये पढ़ लो थोड़ा सा यार, जो तुमने काम किया है लॉजिस्टिक्स का, उससे रिलेटेड जो टर्म्स होती हैं, अगर कुछ पूछ ले तो पता होना चाहिए ना.
सर ये वाली टर्मिनोलॉजी जो आपने मेरे से पूछी थी, ये तो मुझे कहीं पे भी नहीं मिली हो.
तो अभी गूगल पे सर्च करना, बाद में इंटरव्यू के बाद तब मिल जाएगा.
ठीक है सर. ठीक है.
मतलब जिस चीज में काम कर रहे हो तो उसकी टर्म्स तो पूछ सकते हो तुमसे, लॉजिस्टिक्स से रिलेटेड.
एचआर वाले को क्या काम, ये टर्मिनोलॉजी तो ऑपरेशंस का काम नहीं होगा?
अरे तुमने काम किया है ना उसमें कुछ, तुमने तो बताया.
हाँ, तो मैंने एचआर डिपार्टमेंट में काम किया था सर, लॉजिस्टिक कंपनी.
एचआर वाले को तो ये जरूरी होती है ना सारी चीजें.
अच्छा, ठीक है सर.
छोटी कंपनी में कहीं भी जाओगे तो सारा ही कुछ करना पड़ता है.
जी सर.
और दूसरा फिर एचआर में तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट क्यों आया, और जो लेबर लॉज है तो उनको पढ़ लो अच्छे तरीके से. जो
सर मैंने टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक सर, मैंने न्यू लेबर कोड्स पढ़े नहीं थे, मैंने पुराने वाले तो पढ़ रखे हैं सारे.
हाँ, तो अभी जो उन्होंने कुछ चेंजेस किए हैं ना, उनको पढ़ लो एक बार.
हाँ,
ठीक है
सर.
हाँ, बाकी अपना ठीक है. थोड़ा बोलने का तुम्हारा वो मेरे को लग रहा है कुछ इशू है.
जैसे कि
मतलब बोलते टाइम लग रहा है थोड़ा.
फ्लुएंसी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सर.
हाँ.
अच्छा.
तो उसको ध्यान से, मतलब आराम से बोलना वहां पे. और वहाँ इंग्लिश ही चलने वाली है ज्यादा, क्योंकि चेन्नई में है. तो ट्राई करना, अगर लगता है कि वो हिंदी समझ सकते हैं तो देख लेना.
जी. ठीक है सर.
और कोयले के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत पूछेंगे, क्योंकि फादर तुम्हारे कोल इंडिया में है ना. तो
हाँ सर, वो फादर
हाँ।
कोल इंडिया में थे सर। ये कोल का तो जो क्वेश्चंस आपने पूछे थे वो ठीक थे ना?
हाँ, और देख लो थोड़ा सा डिटेल में।
अच्छा ठीक है सर।
और लिग्नाइट के बारे में,
ठीक है सर।
हम लोग कहाँ कहाँ पे मिलता है लिग्नाइट। कोल मिनिस्टर
जी
कौन
सर।
है अपने इंडिया के?
प्रहलाद जोशी।
हाँ, तो और कोल माइंस कहाँ कहाँ पे हैं सारा एक बार ओवरव्यू ले लो।
ठीक है सर।
ठीक है। और बाकी जनरल चीजें वो ही पूछी जाएंगी तुमसे, मतलब क्यों करना चाहते हो, आगे का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है तुम्हारा, और सिविल सर्विसेज है तो क्या सब्जेक्ट था उसमें, उसके बारे में पूछेंगे, कहाँ कोचिंग करी, जनरल चीजें मतलब।
सर इसमें जैसे जो एचआर की जो चीजें होती हैं, एचआर ओबी जो अपन नेट के एग्जाम के लिए और अपने एमबीए टाइम में पढ़ते हैं, उनको रिवाइज करने की जरूरत है।
मतलब उतना पूछते नहीं है, बहुत ज्यादा टेक्निकल उसमें जाते नहीं है वो। बट
मैंने
हाँ,
सर
वो तुमसे कुछ रूल्स तो, सिचुएशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन तो पूछेंगे ना, कि अगर कोई
मैंने
पर्सन।
सर मैं आपको सच्ची बताऊं तो मैंने बस एक्ट्स जो है ना, अपने 17-18 एक्ट्स हैं जो,
हाँ
उनके प्रोविजंस पे अच्छी कमांड करी अपनी।
हाँ, तो ठीक है, अगर पूछ लेते तो बढ़िया रहेगा फिर।
क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि जो पीएसयू सेक्टर है, चाहे वो कोल इंडिया एनएलसी कोई
वो
भी है, तो वहां लेबर
देखो,
से रिलेटेड काम बहुत ज्यादा है।
हाँ बिल्कुल, मिनिमम वेज के बारे में अलग अलग जो रूल्स हैं,
जी जी जी
ठीक
जी
है,
जी।
उसके बारे में। और जो इंश्योरेंस है, एक्सीडेंट हो जाए तो क्या करना है, सिचुएशनल बेस्ड क्वेश्चन मतलब।
जी 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 जी
ठीक है, कोल इंडिया में सेफ्टी का भी बहुत इशू होता है,
जी सर। जी
तो
सर।
उससे रिलेटेड
कम
तुम
कंपनसेशन
मतलब।
के डेथ पे
हाँ
कितना देना है, डिसेबिलिटी में
हाँ,
कितना देना है।
बिल्कुल, ये सब चीजें देख लो एक बार।
ठीक है सर। ठीक है सर।
ठीक है। और सब्जेक्ट क्या था तुम्हारा उसमें प्रिपरेशन में?
हिस्ट्री सर।
तो हिस्ट्री से भी पूछ सकते हैं कुछ।
जी
वो
सर।
पूछेंगे किस सब्जेक्ट से दिया तुमने पेपर।
अच्छा, हिस्ट्री से
हिस्ट्री
दिया।
बताओगे तो फिर हिस्ट्री का क्वेश्चन कोई एक दो पूछ सकते हैं।
जी सर, वो तो कर ही लेंगे, यानी
प्रिपेयर रहना
जितना
बस।
उनकी हिस्ट्री से तो मैच कर ही लेंगे सर।
हाँ हाँ, तो बस बाकी ठीक है, अपना आराम से जाओ कॉन्फिडेंट होके। थोड़ा इसकी वेबसाइट पे पूरा जाके पढ़ लो अच्छे तरीके से सारा कुछ।
करा है सर। मैंने आज वो भी देखा था कि जो गवर्नमेंट जो डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट की तरफ चली है पीएसयूज के, उसके
हम्म।
क्या प्रॉस है और क्या कॉन्स है।
हाँ, तो उसको भी बता देना न्यूट्रल होके।
जी सर। जी सर।
ठीक है।